The first thing you want to do, you want to figure out where you want to put this item at. That's very crucial. So from post to post, you're going to want to know where the posts are going to land. On the big side, it is going to be 14.8 inches. On the smaller side, from post to post, it is going to be 10.9 inches. I staked it out with stakes on each corner, and then I dug the holes. The holes in your states might be a little bit different. It might be deeper, but the frost line here is 8 inches. We are at roughly about 9 inches now. And then I build out the bottom about a couple inches in all the way around, so it doesn't just start shooting out the ground slowly. So there you go. Okay, I have my wheelbarrow ready to go. I have about 15 bags of concrete. I might have a couple too much, but that's better than having a couple too less. These do not look level if you're just looking at eyeball level, but the ground slopes off this way. So that one's 16 inches off the ground. This one's actually like 1 inch below, and you don't want it even below the ground for a column, but I'm gonna build a little diverter around there. So it's going to have an awning over it anyway, so it's not going to have much water there, but I don't want anything to pull up and mess up the metal of the gazebo. This one's the third highest off the ground. That's the second, because that's the hill going down this way. And like I said, that's going to take about 4 or 5 bags of concrete just for that one. But we got it going. I'll get a side view here. If you look like this, it looks a little bit more level, but from there to 0, well, -1 all the way down there. Got my wheelbarrow here, and I'm just gonna do 1 bag at a time. That wheelbarrow is a little rickety. I don't think I can put 2 of them in there at once. That's what she said. But I got my buckets of water already ready to go. For the mess, I put this down so I can just wrap it back up, take it over there and spray it off when I'm done. Also marked this vinegar jug at 3.5 quarts. That is right under a gallon. Each bag says 1 bag per that, so I'm going with exact measurements. And I'm just going to try to do the best I can with all these little chickens running around here. We'll see how it goes. First thing I did was drag all the boxes out. There are 6 boxes here. The total is 398 pounds. So you might need some help with some of these boxes. I put them out here in the yard, and the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure the chickens quality control everything. I got everything situated, and I put them on cardboard boxes so I can see them better. I'm not worried about them being scratched because they have a powder coating on there, a paint job that it's not going to scratch real easily. So I get them all situated so they're easier to find all the pieces. So I'm just looking over everything, making sure everything was there. You do not want to start a project when you're missing a vital a piece, and you might want to call the company if something looks wrong. I did note before I grabbed the checklist that they have these corner guards on the metal roofing. I really like that. They care that it does get to you in one piece without getting dented and damaged. So I really enjoyed that. Domi Outdoor Living 12x16 wood looking finish hardtop gazebo with double roof assembled. What you want to do, let's go over the parts list. Okay. They give you tools with this. They also give you a couple wrenches, but the Allen key they give you, I use a screwdriver, and that's acceptable, but do not use a powered, you will strip the holes out, so do not use a powered tool for this. We're going to go to step 1. Step 1 is set up part A with part L using screws number 1. There's Luna right there. She's just making sure I'm doing everything correctly and not dropping too many screws. And I used this before I grabbed the screwdriver deal. I went ahead and just used the tool they gave me before I started to drop it too much, like so. And then I started to switch to this device. Moving on to step number 2. Connect part C and part B with part F using screw number 1. Just going to show you so you don't think I'm lying. That is part B. And this is part C. But you need to grab part F. And you want to slide that in between each of them. It does make it pretty sturdy. Before putting this all together, I didn't have high hopes in this being sturdy. Okay, the holes are lined up. The bottom 2 holes you want to put the number 1 screws in. Then you're going to repeat this with letter C. Moving on to step 3, attach part C2 and B2 to part C and B using screw number 1. You're looking at C2 that goes on the bottom. And on the top, you're going to use C1. It is hot outside. It's around 95 degrees, so I grabbed a fan to help me with the raw horsepower because I am by myself. And as you see, I had to rig it up where I had to get an extra hand there. So I put a A-frame ladder up, and on the other side, I had to use my brain little that I had left and rig up something else to hold the other side so I could screw these together. This is the contraption here, a little piece to an old swing set, but we're going to put the screws in the outside to brace it, and on the inside, like I showed you, the number 2, there's 2 screws on the inside as well. So I didn't get that on video, but you just have to trust me. It has all come together very well. I was very amazed that I got that done in a good, timely manner. Moving on to step number 5. Step 5, affix part J and J2 to the frame using screw number 1. The J1 goes on the left side of the columns, and on the right side, yes, you guessed it, J2. I'm going to repeat this 3 more times. Okay, there we have the finished product. Looks pretty nice. We're going to move on into the corner pieces. This is step number 6. Cover 4 corners with part G using screws numbered 9. You'll place it here. There's 2 screws that go on the bottom and 2 screws that go on top. And you'll see later why there's a hole in the side of that column. There's the end piece. Looks pretty nice. And we need to dress up the middle of the columns with that bracket there. That is H. We're going to screw that on with 1 screw on the bottom and 2 screws on top. Okay, on to step 7. These are all for the bug netting that I'm not going to even show you on this video. I'm going to just show you how to install it. So when you do get to that point, you can install your bug netting. I didn't do it because this is level, and to make this level, one size was 16 inches off the ground. So the mosquitoes might be smart enough to go underneath the netting, so it wouldn't do me any good on this one. So if you do it on a deck or something like a level ground, you can use a bug netting and it'll work just fine. You're going to put that in there. That is H1. You're going to put that in with screw number 8. That is just to stop the bug netting brackets from passing through the middle of that. Okay, now we're moving on to step 8. Set up roof frame. You have a lot of stuff here in this one step. So I did get my good friend Jeff Swartz, aka Sports Freak 97, to come over and help me out. There he is there, wearing the garbage disposal shirt. I really appreciate him for coming out to lend a hand, because this one here, I recommend this whole project at least 2 people, maybe 3. This part here, you're going to want at least 2 people. The roof, I'm going to say 3. 3 people for the roof, or you're just going to get upset. But we got the first pieces up. That was M. The first 2, he's holding M up, and then I put the letter K. I put K up so he could hold that, and then I went ahead and put the other 2 M side brackets on. That just made the most sense with 2 people, so I grabbed one just to hold it up so he could move his ladder. And when he did that, and he moved, he just had one thing to hold up there. He only brought 2 hands with him today, so that made it very easy to do. Okay, he moved over, he resituated and grabbed it, and then we're going to put the 2 sides on there. This might not be exactly how they wanted to do on the instructions, so you may want to read the black parts yourself. And then these are the corner, Q and P. Q are the longer corners, P's are the smaller side, and we have R to go in there and tie them together. Onward to step 9. Attach roof bar part N and N1 to main frame using screw 1. These are N's and N1s. The ends are going to go on each middle of each side. Like so. One there, one there, and one there. The N1s are going to go on the other side of the ends on just the long sides. So just right there, and then there, and there. And here is the finished webbing up there. It is very sturdy. As I said before, I didn't think it was going to be as sturdy as it is, but it is really rigid. Okay, we're going to use the eaves of the bug netting just in case I do put the whole netting down. We're going to put the bug block up on the top part. That allows smoke or heat to go out and doesn't trap it inside if you're trying to cook in there. but that is P1. It goes all around the top of the middle there. And the corners are attached with Velcro. So it's easily just to Velcro it back on there. And we're going to move on to the next step, which is putting K on there, K1. We already have K up. This is K1. This goes right over that, and it is only 3 screws in there. Okay, moving on to step 11. Cover part Z, Z1, and Z2 to roof panels. So they're showing you all the panels there that gets the Z bars. I'm not a fan of these Z bars. I will talk about those later. But we have the chickens, making sure that we're working and getting things going in a timely manner so they can post up under there. But they're all lettered, and we got the Z bar already on there. That's just to not allow the rain to seep up under there and get the bottom side wet. We put these bars already. This is T2, and on the smaller sides it's T1. But we put those on already so that we can allow for a little bit of movement. We didn't tighten them all the way down. I'm just showing you on this side here. We put that T2 bar up, and we only put a few screws in there that were not even that tight, just so it allow it to pivot so we can push the panels in and they stay. If not, the panels will just slide right down and like a guillotine. So if you have somebody working with you, please do not stand under that section that the other person's working at. You want to go counterclockwise, and putting all the panels in, just go counterclockwise. That's what they recommend, so please do that. You see the Z bar on the top right on that angle is in there, but on the very top there's no Z bars. So that letter K up there blocks the rain from getting in there anyway. But we're going to put the rest of this side on, and then I will show you a finished product of this, but they're just snapping in pretty easily up top. Okay, we're down to the last couple of pieces for this side. And then we're going to get the other small side done, and then I will show you a kind of panoramic zoom with the drone. Just snaps right into place. And then you're going to finish it off with the corner bracket R. Okay, there it is installed. And here's the finished product up top. And that is the end of the help. I did the rest of this myself, so I did want to thank Jeff again for coming over. Okay, moving over to step 13, we're going to go with U1, U2, and U5. And they're connected with U4. All the pieces are laid out here, and they take screw number 1. So we have a U4. We're going to grab that part there. Looks like a Chevrolet sign. And we're going to insert that into U1. And on the other side, there's going to be a U1. Okay, you can tighten these down all the way and then just kind of loosen them up a little bit once you get them up there so they can space out evenly amongst N and N1 when they're up there. And those are for the shorter sides. For the longer side, they have a U5. The U5 is already connected. On each side of the U5, you're going to be putting a U2. And once you get it up there, you can space it out like if the bar's too wide, then just go ahead and loosen up a little bit and it'll fit right in there. And this right here, I am going to screw this up top. Correction, these go underneath. Well, I fixed all those, get ready to put the roof on. I went ahead and finished up all the U1s on the shorter sides. Once you get all these on there, there is a U3. It's kind of an angle iron piece that goes on all four corners. You're just going to place them inside of each of the U1 and the U2 on the long and the short side, and fit it in there and screw it into M. I'm going to go on to the roof now. This is step 14. You want to cover the Z's on all the sides. Again, whoever did this design, everything is perfect except the Z bars. I want to say, I always kept thinking when I was putting these on, I was calling them Xanny bars, because you need a Xanax to mess with these by yourself, because they keep falling off. I would recommend them maybe doing some kind of method that they do stay on a little better once you're putting them up. But yes, the whole time doing this roof by myself, I kept thinking of maybe they meant you need a Xanny bar. But everything else went okay. But you might want to do some breathing or something, so I went ahead and took a break. Okay, after my break, I wanted to show you, I've got the whole roof put on, and I was very happy with Domi Outdoor Living. And all in all, I think this is going to be a lovely spot. I think I might put a flat grill underneath or a fire pit. Here is the roof that is superbly put together. And I want to show you the before and the after pictures. Here is the before picture and the after. It looks a lot more inviting. Okay, there's the part that I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to show you step 17 and everything about it. But if we have company, we'll probably put this on to make it look better, even better. It already looks fantastic, but to just dress it up just a little bit, make it a little more elegant. It did rain about 5 hours after I got done, so it did wait for that, and I do appreciate the weather for that. I want to show you the gutter system. The water goes down to there into the gutter, and the hole in that top of that column that I said earlier, that is for the rain to go right in there, and it drips off the side instead of dripping all around the edges. It just drips on the very end of the columns there. Okay guys, if you're still with me and didn't fall asleep, I went underneath here and did not see one single water drop that was coming from leaking from the roof or anything. So that was a big bonus for me to go ahead and get that out the way. I was going to have to wait for it to rain. I didn't think it was going to rain today, but it did knock that off my list, so I did not have to worry about that anymore. So I appreciated the weather for working with me and waiting until I got done to get this footage.